You are now tuned in to the Healing Hotgirl podcast, made for women who are finally giving themselves permission to show up as the women they always knew they could be. If you're here, that means you're ready for an upgrade. So, without further ado, let's get into this episode. Hey, Healing Hot Girls, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast, y'all. So I decided to refilm this episode because I filmed it before, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I was completely I was emotional. That's not the message I wanted to put out, and I feel like I made it a lot about the situation rather than the message I was trying to portray. And I cried, and I really don't like crying on the internet, but I will be including clips and going back and forth between that episode and this one. So this episode is about moving on, and I feel as if I'm in a better space, even though it hasn't been that long. I feel like I'm just in a better mental space because I'm taking better care of myself. Before, I just didn't really feel like I was in the best space to be speaking on it, but I needed to get it out. So I kind of did like a vent episode, and I was like, I'm just going to post it, whatever. And it's like, the more you watch something, it's like, oh, it's making me cringe. It's like, that's not really what I want to put out, but this is a safe space. This is the Healing Hot Girl podcast, and that is what I was feeling. I wasn't feeling my best. Ultimately, I had been dealing with something for a little while, and that was me getting it all out. I was talking to a guy, and I was more than distraught that the guy didn't choose me, but he ended up choosing someone else. And in that, I feel like I just had a hard time wrapping my mind around that. But I did want to say that I commended myself for, one, being honest about the fact that I was still hurting behind that, just because it's like, people expect you to bounce. Not even people expect you, but like sometimes we expect ourselves to bounce back tomorrow, and it's like, yeah, we might want that, but that's not always the case. And I just felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to be okay. And I wasn't really giving myself that time and space to feel and to be honest about what I was feeling. So that week, I just let myself feel it. I went with the mood swings. I went with the woe is me and, the pity parties and all of the things. But I didn't allow that to change how I felt about myself. I didn't allow it to make me feel less than or make me feel small, because I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am as a woman. And like, I know that I'm the shit. Like, I was very, very, very proud of myself for that, because before I would have let it mean anything about me. But I said before, I wouldn't have been able to take that blow, simply because I feel like my self-awareness wasn't where it is now, and my self-worth damn sure wasn't where it is now. So I feel like, everything happens for a reason. It is what it is. I'm just glad I was in a better space within myself so that I could take that blow. I really don't like telling people to isolate, but I do feel like there comes a period in time where you do need to be in your own energy just to learn it. I prided myself because I felt like I learned a lot about myself, and I'm really, 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 really grateful for that time, because I learned like my energy really isn't like a lot of other people's energies. I care about things differently. I care about things more. I pay closer attention to detail. I listen to what's not being said. And I have a strong gauge on energy. And I was able to learn that in my time alone, because it's like, I'm only surrounded by my energy. If something infiltrates that or if something changes, I'm able to pick up on that easily. And I think that's also part of like why I love isolation, because it's like I'm in my own bubble. Soon as something fuck with that, what's going on? What's happening? So I think that's another thing too. But just giving myself that time to like learn myself and learn what I bring to the table and learn like what's going on in my world, So I don't like telling people to go into isolation, but I do want to encourage everyone to at least get to know your own energy, know what you bring to the table, know the power that you possess, so that when the time comes, it's like, no, you can't tell me who I am. You can't treat me like that. You can't talk to me like that. No, absolutely not. And you are able to put your foot down and pivot and move in a different direction. So now getting back on topic, y'all, how to move on, girl. I feel like one thing that we all need to do when it comes to moving on from something is understand that you cannot go over it. You cannot go under it. You literally have to go through it. So one thing I want to encourage you to do is feel the feelings, girl. Listen, you couldn't tell me I wasn't you couldn't tell me I wasn't doing a great job at hiding the fact that I was hurting. I'm like, I'm not posting any quotes. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. But eventually, at some point, all of that built up because I'm still feeling what I'm feeling. I'm not expressing what I'm feeling. I'm still sad. I'm still angry. I'm still. Eventually, I had a breakdown. I'm boohoo crying. I'm like, I can't. It's not fair. And that's what I kept crying and saying. It's just not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. From then, I'm like, okay, bro, that's not working. So after that, that's when I decided, like, okay, I'm just going to go through the motions. Whatever I need to feel, I'm going to feel. Sometimes it comes up randomly in waves. Sometimes I need to take a day. Sometimes I need to take a few hours. Sometimes I'm able to bounce back. It really depends on how I'm feeling, but I allow myself to go through the motions. If you don't allow yourself to go through the motions, your body will literally decide for you, no, we need to get this shit out right now. And it usually results in a breakdown. And I also feel like you have more control over your emotions when you start allowing yourself to feel and just go with the flow. Like, even if you're doing it behind closed doors, going with the flow, I feel like that gives you way more control. You're able to talk yourself down more versus like when you're having a breakdown, it's like maybe you start hyperventilating. Maybe it's like uncontrollable crying and you just don't know what to do. And then you're not even with the right people who ground you. And it becomes a thing. Once I made that decision, once I filmed that episode when I came home, I'm like, okay, I feel a bit of relief. And then I cried 2 days later. And then, so allowing myself to feel the emotions and do the thing has helped me out a lot. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is fill your time up. Fill your time up with other things. So like me, I'm a workaholic. I don't mind working. I'm working on my side business. I'm working at work. I'm picking up shifts. I'm doing this. And everybody does that. Everybody does things in different ways. But I started doing that. I've started, starting new TV shows when I really just want to unwind, maybe reading my book. Maybe I'm working on show notes for the podcast, like just finding different productive ways to invest in myself and basically transmute that energy because we want to honor ourselves when we're sad, but we don't want to keep being sad and being mopey and now shit is not getting done. We still got to eat. You know what I'm saying? One thing that's been helping me a lot is taking my time getting ready for work in the morning. Like, even if I'm not going to work, taking the time out to curl my hair, taking the time out to do my skincare routine. I'm making sure I'm moisturizing my skin, making sure I'm getting these whiteheads with my pore strip, making sure that I'm hydrated. Things like that have been helping me out a lot more because it's like, I'm being more intentional with my time. Like, I'm making sure I'm taking care of myself, and that makes me overall want to be better, and it gives me energy to do more. So when it's time for me to be productive, I can actually focus on the shit because I feel great. Another thing, y'all, that has been working for me is therapy. I always tell y'all that I'm pro therapy simply because I feel like I'm an overthinker. Well, I don't feel like, I know damn well I'm an overthinker. It's just a little soothing, I guess, to have someone who's not related to you, who doesn't know you, who can't tell your business to anybody, listen to you and help you connect the dots of your thoughts. Now, y'all, another thing that can help you get up and move on is blocking, y'all. I love the block button. I feel like for me, blocking makes me feel like, okay, you don't need to reach me. I don't need to reach you. It's done for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, some of us, which I have done this before, we block people with the intention of seeing how far they will go to reach out to us. If that is your vibe, sister, don't even wait. Like, don't even waste the block. You feel me? If you're not gonna stand on business, don't even waste the block, sister. Let it be unblocked and watch the messages come in. I'm like, once you show me it's F me, I have to, like, I can't. Because I'm the kind of person, I will make excuses for everything. Oh my God, they didn't mean it. They didn't, no, they couldn't, they would never, and no, bro, I can't do it. Like, I can't afford that right now. Once you show me your true colors, I really have to believe you. I cannot afford to be making excuses around this time. I can't afford to be feeding myself lies, making myself delusional. I got to see things for what it is. And that's another thing too. Like, I've been preaching to myself, it is what it looks like. It is what it feels like, because I have to trust my other senses. Relying on the one sense that I'm working on, which is motherfucking common sense, is not working right now. Okay, it's not working right now because I'm still in the Lulu land. I'm still wanting to see this. I'm still wanting to see this person as a good person. I'm still wanting to be in love with this person. I'm still wanting to do all of the things. So common sense ain't working right now. So I need to trust what I feel. What do I feel? What are the facts? What do I know? What am I? You feel? You gotta trust your other senses. Okay, lean into your other senses when common sense ain't working. Okay. Listen, common sense ain't so common when you in love, girl. You blinded, you see what the fuck you want to see, you hear what you want to hear, you do what you want to do. Well, another thing I wanted to say is that guilt will come, y'all. Guilt is gonna come. You're gonna feel bad. And it's so crazy because the person might have shitted on you, but you feel bad for for disassociating yourself, or you might feel bad, like I felt bad for separating yourself, for standing on business. So many things you might have felt bad for, or might have convinced yourself that if you tried harder, if you go back and you proved yourself, or if you go back and try again, what if you stayed? What if you didn't react that way? Or what if, sister, 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 you know dang on well you gave so many chances. You know you tried so many times. You know you gave so much effort. Please. Okay? Let's lean into another sense and stop being delulu. Okay? Because my whole thing is, I feel like we as women, we try to make things work. Like, if you just give me a little, give me a reason to stay. And I know that's like a big thing, or that has been a big thing for me. It was like, if you just give me a small reason to stay, I'm right here with you. Like, if you just a little, even as I'm saying that, I'm hearing like, you're worth so much more. Like, you deserve so much better. So it's like you're praying for somebody to give you a little bit, like a little more time, a little more effort, a little more appreciation, a little, just showing me that you give a fuck. And it's somebody out there ready to give you the world. But you don't see that person because you're so focused on the little that you want. The little. I understand how that can make a woman feel small. Like, it can make somebody feel like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And that's why I was so grateful enough to be in the situation that I was in, and in the space that I was in within myself, because I'm like, no, hell no, ain't shit wrong with me. You just might not be the one for me. And that's okay. That's cool. But this is the energy that I want me and my girls to have. This is the energy that we need to have. If it didn't work out, that's okay. That's cool. We're going to take that and keep it pushing. I'm just really proud. This is like a really pivotal moment for me in my journey, because this time 4 or 3 years ago, I would not have been able to say this to y'all with this kind of confidence. With that, I just want to remind you that everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen. So stop trying to control it. Stop trying to control when. Stop thinking that you have to have it all, figured out to a T. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Okay. And it's gonna happen exactly how it's supposed to. But yeah, understand that you are the shit. Okay, you are that girl. If you are ever put in a situation where you feel like you have to compare yourself to another woman, where you feel like you have to wonder whether she's better, or whether you're better, or whether, you start making it a competition, babe, it ain't worth it. I promise you. Take it one day at a time. Honestly, it's going to be a process, but it's your process. Own it, stand in it, embrace it, cry through it, love yourself through the entire process, because at the end of the day, you are your biggest fan, you are your biggest critic. Okay? Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and show up for yourself however you need to. Like, and lean into your people, child, honey, because listen, I discovered like being around certain people just brings out a certain light in you, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I could be here all day, bro. Like, hanging out with certain people just brings out such a light in you, and you want to spend so much time there. When you have those moments and you find those people, bask in those moments. So you hear me? Like, take your time, put your phone down, embrace those moments, and soak all of that energy up. Like, it's nothing like that. And I really just want to, like, I don't know, bro, hanging out with certain people is just like, bro, you just make my day so much better. You make my life so much better. Like, I love you so much. And this is not to get all sappy, but it's like spending time with people, that's another big thing too. Like spending time with people that love you genuinely. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Moving on is a task, but sister, everybody has to do it, and I would rather you move on than me stay stuck in the same place. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, thank you. But yeah, I love y'all. Don't forget that hot girls need healing too, but that's okay because that's what we're here for. Duh. I love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. Bye.